Good morning everyone, it's Richard from Secret Training. It's 9:30 on August 10th. This is the 56th canned workout. Sorry about that. I hope you're alright. Good morning everyone coming in. Right, so I'll quickly just do the paperwork. If you haven't seen a doctor to actually allow you to exercise, please see a doctor. If you don't want to see a doctor, you can always fill out my health questionnaire form on the internet, posted below the Facebook, posted at the top of the Facebook page or below my YouTube page or on my website. Sorry that the sound sounded off then, I'll just go into the front door. All right, I better go back into the main screen, haven't I? Right, okay, so that's the paperwork out of the way. Just a major notice, you will notice that there will be no cat walking through. Unfortunately, we had to put him down at weekend, so hopefully that's a little bit of stress off us and also off him. So that's the upsetting news out of the way. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. Today's going to be a different session. We're going to be using dumbbells, a chair, I think. Why have I got a band? Oh yes, a band for alternative. I can't remember what I've got a band for now. Oh yes, reverse flies, yes. And a step. Okay, so we're going to be working more on stabilisation and strengthening of certain areas of the body. That's the main workout for today. It's not going to be a huge cardio workout, but we will try and actually work you hard. Right, the talk for today, I changed it at the last minute. One of my family members suffers from bad period cramps, and the best thing for them is a little bit of chocolate and mint. So I thought, well, what's the point in buying a big bar of chocolate? Because they can be rather expensive, and also once you open it, people eat a lot. So I'm going to do this talk about portion control. So I did go out and buy, oh, where is it? Here we go. Some new small bars, but for £2 you get 8 of them, okay? Which isn't great because it's 96 calories in one. Brilliant, yep, that'll start the dopamine going and help with any kind of cramps or anything, but it won't actually help with the digestion. So what I did was I went online and bought these little dark chocolate mints. Okay, they're with compliments. They are worth £1.68 pence each. Okay, they are enough for a snack for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're on a period or you're not, or you're having stomach problems or you're not, but that is brilliant as a snack. If you want to cut down on snacking on stuff like this, start using these, because they're pre-packaged. You have to think about opening it, and also when you start thinking about opening up another one or the 8th one, hopefully guilt will set in and it will stop you from doing it. Either that or go to the fruit bowl. So the reason why I'm actually doing this, I haven't been paid by a sponsor or anything, but I want to actually put this guy out. Oh gosh, where's my there you go, the mouse pointer, and it's not working. Oh dear. Right, okay, so the place I got this from was called John Dron, John D-R-O-N Limited, and it's catering, and you can buy these really easily, because I bought these on one day and I actually got them the next day, even though it said, oh, it should be about 5 days. So that's good service, and keep them in the refrigerator, lasts for ages. So I'm just going to put them back in there now. So there you go, a good portion control idea. Package stuff up. If you get things in bags, cut them up or break them up or separate them, put them in little bags. Then you've got them pre-packaged yourself. Just try not to eat them as you're actually pre-packaging them. Another way of doing it is, if you've got chocolate or anything like that, put it in the freezer. You have to defrost it to eat it. So you really need to want it. So if you say, well, I'm going to have a bar of chocolate tonight, pull it out the freezer. Let it defrost, have it that evening. It's the best way of doing it. Anyway, right, let's get that's over and done with. As you can probably hear, I've got some new sounds going on. They're not all brilliant. Some are a bit hit and miss. Ben Sounds, please get some more tunes on your website, which I can use, because yours are a heck of a lot better. But we'll continue, I think. So let's go and do some workout, shall we? We'll start warming up. I think what we'll do is we'll warm up on the step.
Warm up.
So let's do some up, up, down, downs. Nice and easy. I don't think it's repeating it. Oh, there we go. See, some of them like this are pretty good. Nice warming up of the legs there. Right, we're going to change feet in 3, 2, 1, and change. I know it's not Step Up Wednesday, but may as well use it, we've got it. I'm going to turn that down, it's quite loud. Excellent, 15 seconds, then we'll start just marching on the spot. 5, 2, 1, and move the mat out of the way. We're going to march on the spot. Excellent, good. We're going to go wide. And narrow. And wide. Get those arms moving at the same time. Get those arm biceps going. And narrow. Right, we're going to do some bum kicks. Trying to kick that bottom with your heel. Really work those thighs. Trying to nicely elasticate the muscles. Excellent, good. Doing well. Right, we're going to go to knee ups in 3, 2, 1. So we're just going to bring our knee up, nicely high. Try and get it as high as you possibly can. That's it. It's almost like a workout in itself, this now. Brilliant, back to marching on the spot. A little bit faster this time. Right, let's do arms out and forward and up and out and forward and up and out. Up, out, forward, up, out, forward, up, out, forward, up, out, forward and up. Brilliant, right. Right, whilst you're marching on the spot, slow it down a little bit. I'm going to explain the first exercise. We're going to do a deadlift. So shoulder width apart with your feet, your hips will be going back, nice straight back. Look forward, put the weights, I'm holding the weights directly on my thighs. I'm going to roll the weights down the thighs as far as you can get, and then come back up again, following the thighs again and the shins. Try not to run off, otherwise you put extra pressure on your back. So it's mainly a back exercise, but it works your glutes, your thighs, and your shoulders. Right, oh my goodness, I might have to take some of these off because some of them are really low in volume. Right.
3.
We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're going to stick our hips back, down, and up. Following it down. So it's a good picking up practice to pick up things between your feet. Excellent, I'll turn forward so you can see. If your knees come inwards, try and push them out slightly. Not exactly hugely heavy with these dumbbells, but it's more about the repetition, getting it done right.
2, 1.
Excellent. Right, we're going to do a different one this time. Right, so a lot of people might not be able to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to hips back, touch our toes, and what we're going to do is we're going to straighten our legs and down again. Straighten our legs and down again. Nicely stretching the hamstrings. If that's a problem,
3,
just go to
2,
squats.
1.
Okay?
Exercise
Let's
2.
go. Nice and easy. Try not to bring those knees over the toes, so hips back as you go down. Try not to round those shoulders. It's a lot harder than it looks, isn't it? Huh, how odd.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Right, excellent, good. Right, we're going to get the, you might need a table or a chair or something like this. We're going to do a single leg deadlift. I'm going to use 2 weights. What we're going to do is we're going to go over on one leg, down and up. We're going to do 1 leg for each set.
1.
So this will be the 40
Exercise
seconds
3.
on one leg. Try and look just directly in front of you, try and keep your balance. If you find that your balance is going, you can always just put 1 or 2 fingers on something next to you. So it's a little bit like the exercise from before, but just putting a little bit more strain on just one hip and glute. And if I look away, I always lose my balance. 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change
And
exercise.
right, we're going to do the other leg now. So you can see it's a bit of a different thing at the moment. It's a different animal which we're trying to train today. Are you ready with the other leg? In 3, 2, 1, and go.
Exercise 4.
Good. Try and aim the weights to your feet. I always find that easiest. How are you doing? 7 seconds left. Oops, I looked at the clock and lost my balance again.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent, good. We'll need a step for this next one. Well, the next 2. So what we're going to do is, we're going to step on with 1 foot and the other foot's going to be slightly off. What I want you to do, I'll do it sideways. I want you to lower down
3,
till your heel
2,
hits the floor
1.
behind the other one,
Exercise
and then you
5.
push up. So we do 1 side for 1 set. Okay? This knee's actually popping slightly because of all the air bubbles in this lower fluid. So we're trying to just push up, really work those muscles around the knee, like I was talking about the other time, about knee exercises. I thought it'd be good just to try and stabilise them. A lot of people have problems, and with all these exercises in tandem, you should be feeling it, especially around the hip area and the glutes.
3,
2, 1.
Change
Right, we'll have a
exercise.
quick rest and we'll swap over to the other side.
Three,
2, 1. Are you ready?
Exercise 6.
Remember, whenever your heel hits the floor, you go back up. Try not to put your full weight on your foot. Also, when you're going down, try not to bend your hips like that. Try and keep them nice and straight. That's what we're trying to stabilise. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change
Brilliant.
exercise.
Right. How did that work out for you lot? Goodness. Right, we're going to go back to the weights. We do lateral raises. So we're going to go up to the side and down again. Just nice and easy.
2,
Nothing new
1.
here.
Exercise 7.
So I did an exclamation earlier on because I looked at the Facebook Live page. I let it run through the schedule start and and it let it do it automatically, and the screen looked completely different. I thought, oh my goodness, are we on? Apparently we are. It just looks completely different. 12 seconds. Nice and easy. Good. We'll be doing a different version of this. Nice and slow again.
2, 1. Change exercise.
Brilliant. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put our weights in front of us and we're going to slowly raise up and then down to that top point. So we're going to go high and then parallel.
3,
High
2,
and
1.
parallel. Nice and easy.
Exercise 8.
Don't try and force your shoulders. Let your shoulders do the work themselves. As it, try not to lean back or lean forward. Tummy tight is a really good idea, especially when your weights are down like that, because it wants to pull you forward. Doing well. 5 seconds.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change exercise.
Whoa. How's your shoulders feel now after all that? Right, sorry about this, there's a mosquito. There we go, got it. No, I don't like this one.
3, 2.
Right, we're gonna bend over and we're doing reverse flies. So bend over, we're gonna bring it up and down. So we're doing the back of the shoulders and your back. Now, if you don't want to do it your weights, you can actually just stick your thumb up to encourage you to get your shoulder blades down. That's good. 10 seconds left.
3,
2, 1. Oh, like a demented
Change
pterodactyl.
exercise.
Right, and what we're going to do is use the weights for the last time. We're going to put the elbows into your hips, keep it nice and still as possible. Hold the weights, hands facing upwards, shoulder blades down. What we're going to do is we're going to pull them out, to try and get our shoulder blades together,
Exercise 10.
and forward again. That's all we're going to do. Nice rotator cuff exercises. Twenty seconds left. Almost ready for the water break. How did you do on the bums up one?
3,
Sorry, I couldn't think of a better name for it.
1. Water break.
Water break. So, if you want, in the chat, tell me how you did on the bums up. Could you do it, or did you have to go to the squats? It's not an easy one to do. Right, almost there. Seems like for some reason my brain's going blank at the moment. There's no chat coming out. I don't know why. I lost my mojo. Oh no. Right, so we've got 40 seconds left until we start again with the deadlift. Got to remember that the deadlift is following your knees and your thigh and your shins down, sticking your bottom back, coming back up again. Okay, trying to keep those shoulders nice and straight. Right, we've got 16 seconds. Are you ready with your weights? Yes, they are, yes. Bums up, not too bad. Step down and straight leg deadlift. Yeah, that's hardest.
Exercise.
Let's go. They are the hardest, yes. Sometimes it's good to actually have a longer exercise on one set, especially when you're trying to strengthen things up. Because it's the endurance you need, especially for everyday life. You don't need super strength in everyday life, you really don't. But endurance, anyone can do with that. So remember, stick your bottom back, well, hips, bottom, whatever. So you're trying to sit down.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Right, bottoms up. It's like last round, isn't it? Ding ding, last round, bottoms up. Right, so are you ready? Let's touch your toes. Well, I can't touch your toes because it's virtual.
1.
And let's straighten those legs. Try and keep those hands on those toes. If you can't, and your fingers come away, don't bother. Just try and straighten. If you can't straighten your legs, that means you've got very strong, stiff hamstrings. And if you feel real pull, then basically, yeah, you need to release your hamstrings more. That's why this is a good exercise. Gets everything a little bit more pliable while strengthening at the same time. And it's also good for bad backs if you can get down like this.
Change exercise.
Brilliant, right. Single leg deadlift. Yeah, I will wobble around like nobody's business again. Don't worry, because I always look all around.
3.
I'm useless at that. Right, let's go. So one leg.
Exercise 3.
See, if I concentrate, don't talk. I'm all right. But then it's not as exciting, is it? Well, as you can see, not as exciting. I looked away and I fell over. I hope that's not the one which they clip when they run over the video on YouTube. Oh, that would be funny. Ten seconds left.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change
I'm going to change
exercise.
legs. Yeah, it's not great for the balance.
Three.
I keep freezing. Sorry about that.
Exercise 4.
Try not to. It might be the wife is back at work and they have conferences still. See, when I concentrate, I'm not so bad. It's all about concentration. And when you start talking like that, you lose concentration. Five seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change
Excellent.
exercise.
Right, we're going to do the step downs. I hope it doesn't discombobulate you too much. The freezing. I'm sorry about that. Yesterday I was training someone on a step, and all they could see was my body down.
2, 1. Exercise
Best features
5.
then. Right, so we're going to step back. I know, remember, it's almost like a heel bounce. Strangely enough, the YouTube, the Facebook live stream has changed to when I was falling over on one of the single leg deadlifts. So that could be one of the problems. Could be Facebook, could be anything else. We've been having bad internet and telephone calls for the last 3 days now, actually.
3,
2, 1, and let's change over. You can do this on there while standing on this. Just do nice side raises.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 6.
You don't have to do that. I was just doing it just to fill the air. Remember to have that back heel hitting the floor behind your other heel to keep your knee over your toes. The stabilisation of the knee we're aiming for. "15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change
Excellent.
exercise.
Get rid of the board. Go to lateral raises. So again to the side and down again. Excuse me. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and raise up to the side. Keep your shoulder blades down. So nice and controlled. Don't try and do it too high like that, otherwise you'll knock the Victorian eras, like I just did. 15 seconds. Three seconds. 2, 1.
Change exercise.
So we're going to do the slow front raise risers. Yes, sorry, again, strange name. I'm just sorry to check the loss rate. Yeah, we're about 45% loss rate, so just a bit higher than normal.
3, 2.
So remember, it's at the front,
Exercise 8.
slowly up to the top. If you can get your arms all the way behind your ears, then all the better. But you don't have to. You're just working your shoulder joint the best it can. Even if you can only get there, if you keep doing it, you will get backwards sooner or later. We're just stretching those muscles and working them at the same time. It's not just about aerobics. It's about facilitating everyday activities.
3.
And that's why these hurt so much.
1.
2, 1.
Change exercise.
Brilliant, right. Bent over, reverse fly. So remember, we're going to stick our bottom back. I'll turn that way so I don't catch my fingers. Bring it up to the side. Try and keep those shoulder blades nice and down and back. Don't try and hunch up. If you find yourself hunching up, stick your thumbs up so your shoulder blades have to go back.
1. Exercise
And
9.
let's go. I'm naturally bringing my thumbs out anyway, just to try and get my shoulder blades back. Just an illustration. I don't have to, I could always go like this. As long as you can keep your shoulder blades down, you don't hunch up, and you don't go backwards. It's out to the side, or just slightly back. Slightly back will help you keep your shoulder blades back, but going too far back, you're actually working different muscles. You're working more of the triceps than the back of the shoulders.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent. Rotator cuff pull-outs. This is the one where you could use the band instead. So if you held the band and you pull out and together. It's what a lot of physios use for rehabilitation of the supraspinatus and the back part of your shoulder.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Exercise 10.
Out and together. So this is from the rear view. This is what most people want to see of me, the back of me. Ba-dum-tsh. 20 seconds. Oh, we're in a jazz club. 10 seconds left.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Water break.
And water break time. Right, last time through in a moment. We've no need for the course today because we're not doing it. We did quite a lot last time. So we're going through this once last time. Hopefully you won't feel too many adverse effects. If you do find that you're stiff from these exercises, stretch the muscles that are sore and you'll get a little bit of facilitation. You'll be able to use them a bit more. I'm with the big words now, aren't I? My goodness, my lexicon must have opened up. Either that, my brain's woken up because I didn't have much sleep last night. Too warm, and then too cold, then too warm, and then too cold. Right, just a bit of a drink. Keep yourself hydrated. If you're not hydrated enough, you can actually end up with cramps. Water keeps everything flowing. We're 80% water, so we need more. Just don't always need it with whiskey or brandy. Though it is nice on an occasion. Right. 12 seconds. Then we're going to do the deadlift again. If you find that your knees do internally rotate,
3,
go a little
2,
bit wider, put your
1.
weights next to you,
Exercise 1.
and then try and plonk them down in between your feet. That'll force your knees out. Okay? If your knees go too far out, you can always put them close together and have your dumbbells on the outside to force your knees inwards. There are different ways of doing deadlifts and squats just to try and stop hips and knees from going in all different directions. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Change exercise.
Brilliant. Right, you're doing really well. Sounds pedantic because I can't see you, but I get this internet feeling that you're doing brilliant. Even for the people in the future. Right, so bums up.
3, 2,
On the right, Anna.
1. Exercise 2.
The 3 those toes, then legs up. Don't worry if you got a little bit of creaking and popping, as long as it's not painful. I get it all the time in my arthritic knee. Five,
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change exercise.
Excellent, good. See, that was brilliant. And when you get up, don't get up too fast, you don't want to fall over. Right, we've got a single leg deadlift. I think this time what we'll do it without the weight. And if you want, I'm actually going to
3,
stabilise myself so I don't
2,
make a fool of myself again.
1.
I'm
Exercise
going to
3.
bend over. It's almost like trying to touch your toes again. You'll find, especially without the weight, you're a lot more stable. But if you do hold on to something and you've got a weight in one hand, your actual weight is slightly diagonal. So you'll be working more of the glutes. But if you're doing it that way, you tend more of a rounded way because it's all on the same side.
Three, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent, we're going to do the other one that other side now. The difference between that and the bums up, the bums up it's working more that part of the hamstrings, whereas single leg deadlift works the top part of the hamstrings over the glutes and the glutes
3,
and the lower back.
2, 1. Exercise 4.
Oh, kicking things now. So all I'm doing is holding on with one little finger. Well, one finger, not little finger, because the little finger's out. But I can still do it without a little finger. See, I can even look around when I'm holding.
Three,
2, 1. Excellent.
Change exercise.
Brilliant, you're doing really well. It's not an easy exercise to do. Especially with these afterwards. So the step downs, remember, try and aim for your foot, heel going behind. I like to get my toe and heel in line.
Exercise 5.
Because then I know that my knee will be behind that toe. Let's go. So when you just rest your heel down, try not to rest your toes down, because otherwise you're distributing the weight a little bit more. Also, you're taking the pressure off the muscles around that knee. Now, if you went to a physio for bad knees, this is one of the exercises they'll prescribe for you. Normally off a step, but they never tell you to step back slightly.
3, 2,
I always think it's a bad idea. There's only a couple which have actually told me to do that, and they seem to be more the private ones, like Physiofusion. Again, not sponsored by them, but I work so closely with them. I'm gonna pop their name out whenever I can. Also, I know how good they are.
1. Exercise
Let's go.
6.
So this side for me is a lot easier. All I have to do is just basically, as soon as my heel touches, I bounce up. That's because my knee on this side, my osteoarthritic knee on the green side, is actually playing up slightly today, mainly probably due to lack of sleep or temperature. Humidity. Humidity is terrible, because I started feeling it in my knuckles as well. That's a problem, especially when you get older, but we're going to work through these things. As long as it's not painful.
3,
2, 1.
Change
Excellent,
exercise.
good. Almost finished. I bet your glutes and your hamstrings are going, thank you. Don't work me again for a week. Right,
3,
lateral raises.
2, 1. Exercise 7.
Yeah, I've gone up again. My loss rate has gone up to 50%. Sorry, I will be freezing and jumping. Terribly sorry about this. That's if the girls aren't already on the computer. I told them to come off. But you know, children, their minds are only 5 minutes and then they've forgotten. Oh no, sorry, that's me. 10 seconds.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change exercise.
Brilliant. Right, so we got the slow frontal raise risers. Yeah, I'm sometimes the names I pick for things are
2,
absolutely
1.
ridiculous.
Exercise 8.
Right, slowly up, slowly down. Anyone can think of a better name for this? Please put it in the comments. I will change it. Because you can see, as you see with the exercise beforehand, we're doing the side delts, side shoulders, we're doing the front shoulders this way, and we're doing the back. And then we're doing the rotator cuff. So we're trying to actually work the joints which are most damaged. So knees, hips, and shoulders.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent.
Change
Right,
exercise.
last one. Oh no, not 2 more, sorry. 2 more, bent over, reverse flies. Remember to stick your hips back. Arms up to the side, shoulder blades down. In 3,
3,
2, 1, and go.
Exercise 9.
Excellent, good. Hope I'm not blinding you with my bald spot. I'll start wearing my hat again if I do. I know they say baldness is a sign of virility. I'd rather have hair. I liked my hair. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change exercise.
Now is the last exercise. Rotator cuff pull outs. In 3, 2, 1. Try and get those elbows into the side. They will roll slightly around the side as you try and get your shoulders, get your shoulder blades back. But as long as you try and keep them in as tight as you can, because you don't want to be going like that. That's not really working your rotator cuff in the correct way. Or pinching your shoulder blades either. Really nicely strengthen them up. 10 seconds left. Now we're into cool down. Goodness me.
3, 2, 1. Cool down.
Brilliant, right. Wow, this exercise session went faster and faster towards the end. I think it's because I wasn't in my stride with a lack of sleep. So right, so what we're going to do is we're going to nicely stretch our hamstrings. So we're going to stand slightly wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to bend over, touch our toes again. Try and keep our legs nice and straight. Try not to lock them out. What I mean by locking out is straight as there. Locking out is going back where you can actually feel your patella being pushed backwards. You don't want to do that because that'll damage it. Excellent, good. Right, we're going to come up. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold onto the side of the sideboard. We're going to bring our knee up and try and pull it in. If you can pull it into your chest while standing on one leg, please do. If you can't, just try your best. 2, 1. And what we're going to do is swap it now to a thigh stretch. So get the raised knee behind the standing knee. Look up, clench your bottom, and try and get that foot into your glute, not to the side. 2, 1. Excellent, good. We're going to swap now. Turn around. We're going to bring our knee up. Oh, paramedic's just gone past with masks on. Oh dear. I hope someone's all right. 2, 1, and then into the thigh stretch again. Remember to clench that bottom. Keep the knees unaligned, so you've got one in front, one behind. That gives a better stretch just over the actual hip area. 2, 1. Brilliant. Right, we're going to do some shoulder stretches now. So we're going to push forward, round that back, almost like you're trying to touch that wall. 2, 1, and up. Excellent. Now we're going to go straight arm. So I'm going to do pink hand across the body, nice and straight. Green hand interlaced over at the elbows. Pull in, and then I'm going to look in the direction of the pink that way. So I get a little bit of extra pull on my shoulder. 2, 1. Swap it over. So green hand up, across the body, interlace at the elbows, pull in, and then look at your bent, over your bent shoulder. That's a better way of saying it. Only taken me 4 years to think of that. 2, 1, and down. Right, a good one for your rotator cuff is what we're going to do. So it's to bend over, let our arms down, and let them just go in directions. Just allow them to go in different directions, like a little bit like an elephant trunk. If an elephant had 2 trunks, that is. Do circles, forward and backwards. It's a good warm up as well, this. Right, and back up. What we're going to do now is we're going to stick our hands on our thigh. What we're going to do is we're going to open it up, push our shoulder blades back. Excellent, good. And what we're going to do the reverse. So what we're going to do is our hands are going to rotate forward. I want you to put your palms together and try and really wrap, almost like trying to pinch the shoulders at the front. So you should feel it running over your back. Excellent, good. And that's the exercise session for today. I hope that was all right for you. I hope everyone's all right and everyone's has a good couple of days until Wednesday. So we'll be back on Wednesday morning for Step Up. Yes, Step will be back again. And I hope we all have a good time and enjoy this nice hot weather. So I'll see you all later. Be safe, God bless, and catch you all later.